Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I'm your host, Veteran Mountain Man. And yes, the headline is actually correct. I've checked it through a couple of different sources. The Unite the Right rally is going to go on once again this weekend. Now, this time it will not be happening in North Carolina. It instead will be happening right outside of Washington, D.C. The permits have already been granted, and they plan on having quite a few people. Between 200 and 600 is what they're estimating. Now, this comes near the anniversary of last year's incident, which took place in North Carolina, and they are going to be at Lafayette Park, and they plan to protest civil rights abuse in Charlottesville, Virginia, and and they are claiming it's a white civil rights rally. Now, speakers are going to include Patrick Little, Simon Roke, Kevin Cormer, Ava Horton, Corey Mailer, Tom Kowalski, according to the permit. Ex-Ku Klux Klan leader David Duke is one of the scheduled speakers as well. Now, this being said, I honestly think this is a really bad idea, and I will end up covering this more as time goes on. This is what the group's website is advising to its participants: bring body cams and U.S. or Confederate flags, but do not bring your guns, pepper spray, shields, or knives. Participants are also asked not to react with anger to anyone. Now, the National Park Service has also granted permits for 2 counter-protests. And these counter-protests are to take place just outside the property against the people currently protesting on the property. Now, I hate to say this, but it seems more and more the progressive left is trying to force a confrontation at protests by counter-protesting violently. And I honestly think that this rally is going to end up escalating. I also think that this rally is not necessarily a good rally to be attending. I personally would not attend this rally for what it's representing and who they have as a primary keynote speaker. Now, the rest of the speakers might be perfectly fine individuals, but anything David Duke is involved in, I usually don't trust and want to have nothing to do with. Part of the reason is because I do remember him as a politician in the 80s, and I reject a lot of his messaging, which is very much Christian-centric racism. It's a very old message, and I don't know how he ever got associated with actually right-leaning individualists, because realistically, the kind of rhetoric he uses is the same kind of rhetoric that allowed slavery in the United States to begin with, and was the rhetoric of the Southern Democrat up until the end of the Jim Crow laws. So, I probably would not agree with the side that is holding this rally and would therefore not want to participate in it at all. I will end up covering bits and pieces about this rally on Sunday and probably Monday, simply because this is going to be big news and I'm expecting this to blow up quite a bit. But realistically, if you're in the area and you're listening to me, I would ask that you just stay away from this, or just watch at a distance and report to everybody else. And do not get yourself involved in this, because this is going to get bloody. And I can see this escalating to the point where people are going to end up in jail and people are going to end up in the hospital. Well, thank you all again for joining me. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to check out my other social media sites, including BitChute, with them banning InfoWars and trying to silence Sargon of Akkad and David Cullen at Computing Forever. I do have my BitChute open and running, and it has been getting feeds directly from my YouTube, so if anything happens to me here on YouTube, you can always follow me on BitChute. I know some of you were following me on VidMe, but BitChute is now where I have an open channel for everyone to follow, and I'm also looking at possibly going on to Twitch or something else. Also, if you're interested, you can contact me about possibly joining my Discord if you'd like to stream with me. Thank you all, and have yourselves a great day.